Welcome to the ROTC Scholarship Podcast, hosted by former Army ROTC Professor of Military Science, Lieutenant Colonel Retired Rob Kirkland. In these episodes, we explore how to best prepare yourself to obtain one of these valuable scholarships for those applicants who wish to attend a college or university and become officers in the military. The application process can be complex and confusing. This podcast works to make it more understandable. And now, the ROTC Scholarship Podcast.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the podcast here today. So what I wanted to speak to you today about is how to be best ready for ROTC in the fall. And so I'm assuming that you are applying for a scholarship or have already obtained a scholarship. And, you have time between the spring and when school starts in the fall to learn more about ROTC, to be better prepared so that when you come onto campus, you are able to reduce the learning curve because, you're going to be hit with a lot of things when you get to ROTC. And if you can do some things ahead of time to learn about things like customs and courtesies, wear the uniform, as well as, of course, keeping in good physical condition and other things like that, you can really impress your cadre on campus. If you, for example, with the Army ROTC scholarship, have a 3-year scholarship and are looking to upgrade your scholarship to a 4-year scholarship or a 3.5-year scholarship, being prepared ahead of time, being in great physical shape will impress the cadre and will put you higher on their order of merit if scholarship money becomes available and they can upgrade you to a scholarship for 3.5 or 4 years. So the key is to be ready. And today, what I'm going to talk to you about here for the next few minutes is kind of some tips that you can do now in order to be better prepared. So I'm going to give you 5 tips here today and talk about each one and how you can execute them. The first tip is to keep in contact with your ROTC program. So once you know where you're going to attend ROTC at, reach out to the recruiting operations officer at that program and introduce yourself. Tell them that you're excited to be coming to the school, that give them your email address and your contact phone number, and ask him or her what you can do between now and when you get to campus to be prepared to start the program. In this way, what you're showing is initiative, excitement, and that you are a person that is really looking forward to coming onto campus and doing great things with the program. So definitely reach out to the program, let them know you're there, give them your contact information, and let them know let them know that you'd like to be able to do things that would get you better prepared to be a ROTC cadet or midshipman. Number 2, keep in good physical condition and prepare for the physical fitness test. Now, I know you took a physical fitness test when you did the ROTC scholarship or when you did that. However, it's important to keep in good physical condition because once you get to campus, one of the first things you're going to do is you're going to take a physical fitness test. And remember that you cannot contract as an ROTC scholarship recipient until you pass the physical fitness test. But we're not talking about just passing the test. What you want to do is you want to do the best on the test that you possibly can. And if you can max that test, that's even better. Showing the ROTC cadre that you're in great physical shape by maxing the test shows your commitment and shows that you're going to be a top midshipman or cadet in the program. So what are the physical fitness tests for each service? So the Air Force is the same test that you took for the Air Force scholarship. It's 1 minute of push-ups, 1 minute of sit-ups, and a 1.5 mile run. And the link to those standards can be found in the show notes. The Army, for Army ROTC, the test for the fall of 2021 is a test called the Cadet Command Fitness Assessment, or the CCFA. This consists of 1 minute of push-ups, 1 minute of sit-ups, and a 1 mile run. There's no scoring table for the CCFA, but there are minimums to pass, and I'll put that in the show notes, the link to the CCFA. Once the Army ROTC cadet passes the CCFA and contracts, the test of record will be the new Army Combat Fitness Assessment, or the CFA. And that has a number of exercises that will link to the show notes. But if you can practice some of those exercises and get good at them before you come on to campus, that will even put you in better state in order to be able to succeed and do well in ROTC. And then finally, the Navy and Marine Corps. The Navy has a physical readiness test consisting of 2 minutes of push-ups, 2 minutes of curl-ups, and a 1.5 mile run. The Marine Corps is 2 minutes push-ups, 2 minutes of sit-ups, as many pull-ups as you can do, and a 3 mile run. And so you should obviously, we'll do the links to the show notes there too. But I think really to do best on these tests, you should really have a workout plan. So make sure you get a personal trainer who can put together a plan for you on the specific exercises that are tested. I also recommend the fitness books by Stu Smith, who is a former Navy SEAL and has been basically writing fitness books for the last 25 years. And he's highly recommended. And we also did our second episode of the ROTC Scholarship Podcast, interviewing Stu Smith about how to best prepare for these fitness tests. So definitely get a book from Stu and get an expert out there that can help you get better prepared for these tests. Okay, number 3, purchase study books and learn about military ranks, customs and courtesies, and drill and ceremony. So each military service really has its own rank structure, how you demonstrate respect to senior enlisted and officers, particulars about marching movements, other traditions of the service. Each service really has an excellent book for new enlisted sailors, soldiers, airmen, or Marines that really are excellent, and I think should be read because it gives you the background, not just on the customs and courtesies rank structure, but also gives you kind of the history of the service, some of the considerations in the service, and how to navigate things. And so some of the recommended books that I've seen are the Air Force has for free download called the Airman's Handbook. The Army has an enlisted soldier's guide through Stackpole Books. Marine Corps has a guidebook for Marines. The Navy has this called the Blue Jackets Manual. And those are all great books that you can use to kind of get grounded in each service and kind of, what's expected of newly arriving individuals into that service. So study those books, study ranks, study, the customs and courtesies, marching movements, and you'll be that much closer to really, coming in and hitting the ground running. Next, or number 4, is download ROTC program handbooks. So most ROTC programs have handbooks that they issue in either hard copy or PDF to each student that comes into the ROTC program. So when you reach out to your recruiting operations officer, recruiting officer at these programs, ask them if they have a handbook and read it before you arrive on campus. There's also really good handbooks online that programs have. If your program doesn't have a handbook, each service ROTC program has several excellent ones that are online. And the ones that I think really look good to me when I looked through Google was the Air Force University of Virginia Cadet Handbook was excellent for the Air Force. I thought the Army's one at Florida International University Cadet Handbook was excellent. And the Navy SUNY Maritime College Midshipman's Guide was one that I thought was very, very in-depth and helpful. So again, if your program doesn't have a handbook, I think those from the Air Force, University of Virginia, Army, FIU, and Navy SUNY Maritime would be good ones to reference. Finally, number 5, visit and spend time with local Guard or Reserve units. You can become familiar really with life in the military by visiting your local Guard or Reserve unit and spending time talking with officers and enlisted. Now, they're all over the place. There are many even in your town or in your area that you can go and look up, give them a call, tell them that you're going to be starting ROTC in the fall and that you'd like to learn more about what they do. And they usually have drills on the weekends. And you can ask to go on a Saturday or Sunday and spend half a day. Tell them you want to shadow a lieutenant or an ensign and that you'd like to just pick their brain and talk to enlisted and learn all about what life is like. And so, I think they'll be happy if you reach out to them and let them know what you're doing. And so, that would be just a great opportunity, I think, between now and when you get to campus in the fall, really to kind of have that kind of hands-on experience with a local guard or reserve unit for a few hours and to kind of, reach out to them and kind of get more grounded in those things. So again, let me go ahead and wrap up the 5 things you can do. So the 5 best things you can do now to be ready for ROTC in the fall. Number 1, keep in contact with your ROTC program. Number 2, keep in good physical condition and prepare for the physical fitness test. Number 3, purchase study books and learn about military ranks, customs and courtesies, drill and ceremony. Number 4, download or have the ROTC program send you their program handbooks. And finally, number 5, visit and spend time with local Guard or Reserve units. So in conclusion, make sure you use the time, the 3 to 4 months you have, or even longer, hopefully, that you have before you come onto campus to be best prepared to be an ROTC cadet or midshipman. I think the 2 key ones and what I would consider to be the foundations would be staying in contact with your ROTC program and working to maximize your physical fitness test so you can contract and start receiving those ROTC scholarship benefits. You can also study to become more familiar with ROTC in your particular service with the books that I mentioned and the cadet or midshipman handbooks, and also visit your local Guard or Reserve base to learn more and to just visit and talk with soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines that are actually serving in today's force. So I'll leave you today with a quote from inventor Alexander Graham Bell. Before anything else, preparation is the key to success. So I wish you the best of luck as you get ready to start ROTC on your campus, and we'll see you next time on ROTC Scholarship Podcast. Thanks.
Thanks for listening to the ROTC Scholarship Podcast. If you like what we're doing, please leave a quick review. If you have any questions or want more information about ROTC or our consulting services, please visit our website at rotcconsulting.com. Take care, and we'll see you next time.